is knocking at our door already.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's really rare to see a cold front this strong come barreling through here and do what that one did. By the way, will you do me a favor on the deal with the Doug Vaughn house? When that baby drops to 300 grand,
let me know right away.
Yeah, we can get down to 300.
I might be bidding for you, against you.
Nah, you're probably right. I'm probably going to lose out again. Let's go ahead and show you this number first. There's some impressive rain numbers out there for us. And then today, impressive wind numbers. It was a windy Tuesday across New Mexico, especially across central sections of the state, when we saw some numbers that were, well, like you would see in the fall or in the spring. 29 miles an hour Santa Fe, 38 miles an hour in Clines Corners, 32 Las Vegas, and 37 miles an hour in Grants. However, the wind champ was not any of these areas. It was right here in the metro area, the base of the tram, 59 miles an hour with those winds. And at the Sunport, a very impressive 47 miles an hour. And what would the wind be if you can't go nerd with it? So let's talk a little bit about these metro winds and why they're so gusty here in the metro area when we get these cold fronts. Well, the cold fronts come through the northeast and they back up against the east mountains. And what happens is when you take all that wind and start to push it into the Tejares Canyon, you go ahead and as you focus the wind in, you speed it up, and essentially speeding up that wind through the canyon and pushing it out into the Albuquerque area leads to some very high wind numbers. And that's exactly what happened to us for today, with obviously the tram leading the way at that 59 mile an hour mark. But the canyon plays a big role in focusing those winds and leading us to end up with some pretty high wind numbers throughout the spring and fall, and sometimes in August. 67 in the metro right now, feels very cool out there. We still have the east winds going at 15 miles an hour. 60s for the most part across the north, but some 50s in the northeast and 60s and 70s for us down to the south. Satellite and radar shows not much left here precip-wise. We had some really strong storms. Areas like Pagosa Springs today flooding, and across the south we saw some pretty good storms as well. These have since cleared their way on out of here. So what we're going to end up with here over the next couple of days is a quieting weather pattern. High pressure to our west is going to lock out a good deal of the moisture we're going to see. So more than anything else tomorrow, a lot of sunshine for us, maybe a brief mountain thunderstorm from time to time, and through Thursday with highs overhead, not much for us going on here as far as storms go. But the high will eventually be pushed all the way to the east over Texas. That's going to allow for more moisture to come up from the south, and scattered storms will return back across the area for us once again as we head into the weekend. Not necessarily a complete soaker of a weekend, but at least we'll have a better chance at storms than we're going to have over the next couple of days. 80s across the four corners for tomorrow. Partly cloudy conditions and mild, and for you guys in Pagosa Springs, you get to dry out just a little bit. Durango extended forecast, temperatures in the 80s. Farmington, high 80s, low 90s. Best chance at showers will return over the weekend. Down toward the south and west, temperatures here in the 70s and 80s. A scattered afternoon storm possible, especially over areas of the Gila. South and east, relatively cool compared to past days. 84 Roswell, 83 in Fort Sumner, and 82 in Tucumcari. Mostly sunny start, partly cloudy finish, slightest chance of a shower, but not going to be a big deal. And those temperatures starting to moderate into the weekend, into the low 90s. North and east, after a rather cool day today, you start to rebound temperature-wise. 79 Raton, 80 in Springer. And as you get over into the northern mountains for tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. And I'll tell you what, you wake up tomorrow morning in Eagle Nest, your low is going to be about 35 degrees. So we're starting to feel just a little bit like fall, but don't worry, we're going to warm back up again. Santa Fe going to be in the high 80s by the weekend. Over to the East Mountains, temperatures here, 70s and 80s, plenty of sunshine for tomorrow. And here in the metro, plenty of sunshine here as well, with temperatures just about perfect in the mid-80s for us. And your 7-day forecast for the Albuquerque area looking pretty good over the next couple of days. And then as we get toward the weekend, we could grab a scattered thunderstorm with those temperatures remaining a bit more manageable in the mid-80s.
Sounds great if that wind's gone.
Oh, it will be gone too.
All right, thank you, Mark. And sports is coming up.